Hi. Now you know how to catch a perpetrator that penetrated into your network. But the main point of almost every cyber attack is to put a malware on a host into your network. The malware is the most important factor of the successful attack. That's why cybercriminals invent very cunning and multiply kinds of malware. And in this video, we'll know how to unmask these enemy agents. 360,000 malicious files were created daily in 2017, according to Kaspersky Lab data. And this number is constantly growing. There are a variety kinds of malware, like viruses, trojans, rootkits, worms, spyware, crimeware, adware, and many others so many that they can be put in one picture. And many of them, like trojans, spyware, backdoors, after getting on your host, can make a connection with the malicious cybercriminal server to send all the data stolen from your computer and execute any command that the cybercriminals will give to the malware. So you can feel safe if you don't know how to detect the enemy agents on your computer, the malware samples. How can we do that? In this video, we'll make 3 steps to detect malware. First, we'll find out how to detect a malware by checking the file properties. Then we'll use VirusTotal website to check the files. And finally, we'll know how to go deeper and find out everything the suspicious file can do using a sandbox. Let's go and do that. Let's, for example, take this file. It's Foxit Reader Installer, and it's obviously an application. If we go to the properties and open it, we'll see, and see the type of file is application. But now let's make a bit of black magic. Click right button, choose rename, and here I type, for example, malicious.pdf. And voila! If you see this file, you can think that it has PDF extension. Many malicious hackers do this trick to deceive the users. They compile PDF and malicious application in one file. So, when a user see the file and see as it's here the PDF extension, he thought that it's a real PDF and run it. In reality, the application is running at the background and install some malware on the user's computer. So, to avoid getting hooked on this trick, you should always check the property of the file. Because actually, I can put here any extension. For example, let's make it doc file. No problem, now it's doc, and so on. And the general solution to this problem is to make Windows show you the file extensions. For this purpose, just open any folder, choose View, and sign this table. Now let's come back to our desktop. Now we can see definitely that this is application file. And now I've got here another file. It's a PDF file, and I'll use it for the demonstration of checking the file with VirusTotal service. Here is it. Its address is virustotal.com. It's easy to remember. And why do we need to use it? The reason is clear. Because there are so many different kinds of malware appears every day that one antivirus that you have installed on your computer is not enough. And VirusTotal lets to check a suspicious file with many different antiviruses. Let me demonstrate it. So I click choose file. My file is on the desktop, so I just click on it, and now we've got all the analysis. As you can see here, it was checked by 60 antiviruses, and every of them found it clean. There is additional options here. It's details. You can go there, and here you can find a lot of information about the file. You can find here its hashes, basic properties, history of its creation, tags, info about PDF, and metadata. Also, you can go to community options, and sometimes you can find some community comments about the file that also can be helpful in decision is it malicious or not. VirusTotal is convenient and easy way to check a file, but it does not give 100% guarantee the file is not malicious, because it could be brand new malware that isn't present in antivirus's database. The malware can be obfuscated very strong, so the antiviruses can't detect it. So to be sure about the file, we can use online sandbox service called Hybrid Analysis. Let's go there. Again, all we need to do is just select the file. Let's do it. Fill in CAPTCHA. Here you can put in your email if you wanna to get the analysis on your email. Make some comments here, it's optional, but you must take this window. And you can choose to make a generate public report, so everybody will see the results of testing your file, or you can choose do not share my sample with third parties. And now let's click generate public report. It can take some time, so you can go and enjoy a cup of coffee or tea to make the waiting more convenient. And then let's go and see the results. As you can see here, the file is defined as malicious. But let's don't jump to conclusions and see first what we've got here. First of all, here is the analysis overview. We've got the general information about the file. Some lower is antivirus results. As you can see, it's automatically sends it to VirusTotal and check, and again we'll see it's clean. But another service, MetaDefender, shows it has some signs of malicious activity. Let's go further. And here is general conclusion. The file is suspicious, and here we can find the indicators. The red indicators, it's the indicator of malicious. The yellow suspicious, and green is informative. Let's go and see them in details. Click on it. Here we've got it. Now it's defined as ambiguous, so it may be malicious, maybe not. And we've got the possibility to see why the service made this conclusion. First of all, it's network behavior. As you can see here, the file contains one host. We can jump to the network section right now and see the name of the and it's the IP, or sometimes it's the domain name of the host that our file tried to connect. If we click here on the sync button, we'll know if this IP somehow conducted a suspicious one. As we can see, no verdict here. Let's come back then. Here we can see the map, the places where the file made connections to. There are servers in France and in Netherlands. Okay, also we can see contacted hosts. Let's come back again. And now let's see indicators of malicious activity. Here we see that PDF file has an embedded URL referencing an executable file. And look at this URL, and here we can see that it's http panopticon, and this file is actually guide for Panopto video recorder. It's logical here, and obviously is not malicious. Again, here is the contact server, and if we go further, we'll find a lot of interesting information. Here we can know that file contains object with compressed stream data, and that it creates mutants. Again, here we can see all embedded URLs inside the file, and scanning for Windows names, what file it drops, and a variety different information about the file. Why this service is so useful? Because you need not to depend on automatic services, but you can see everything the file does by your own eyes, and you can make your own conclusion. And this conclusion could be much more precise, because automatic services make mistakes rather frequently. And that's why you should not trust any antivirus, but should make wide checking up with other tools and antiviruses. And only after such multiple checking, you'll be able to make a decision what to do with this file, to run it or delete it. Well, now you know what to do with a suspicious file. And in the next video, we'll know how to beat a ransomware, the most popular and most dangerous malware of nowadays. See you in the next video.